On this episode of Extra, it's going to be a somber one because we're giving honor to a friend of the channel, Andrew Lee of Driven to Cure.
Driven to Cure is here today because of my son Andrew. This was his idea, and we got behind him. And he said, "Dad, we need to raise awareness about rare cancers. Every family has cancer." And we do. We have friends, we have grandmothers, grandfathers, we have fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers, uncles. So many of us know somebody with some kind and type of cancer or rare disease.
I didn't want to put this in our video acting like he was someone that we texted and all of that all the time. I just, as someone in the community, wanted to share a personal story that I had with Andrew that really impacted myself and my direction with my car and the build behind it, and kind of just shed some light on the hero, if you will, of our modern day tuner community. His influence is so big and so wide that he almost could be like the modern Paul Walker for the car community. Not in the sense that he did something crazy revolutionary, although he did, but also for the fact that he left a mark so big, and now there's this void that's there that I don't think anyone will be able to match quite like he did. My experience with Andrew, and not just like knowing him through the internet, but actually meeting him face to face, came about in, I want to say, season 4 of our show. I'll have the link to the Cars and Cigars event that he came to, where I was able to meet him personally, and a few others met him as well. But I feel like for me, I had a different kind of meeting interaction with him, because me knowing that he's a Japanese tuner car guy, you know, we got a little bit of something going on together, because he's a tuner guy, I'm a tuner guy. You know, and then I found out later he also owned an Evo, but at one point in time, I also own an Evo, you know. And I remember, you know, I met him during the event and I had him sign one of my Pikachus for the Evo.
I picked up my Pikachu, one of them. He's gonna stay there. Andrew's gonna sign this for me.
I've ever signed.
So let's say you did on this one.
Go for it.
Where am I signing?
Right across his belly. Go for it, man.
And you're not here, leave your number.
This is one of my car's mascots, so like, this is awesome.
What does that mean?
That's sick. Yes. Appreciate it, brother. That's awesome.
He had left to go do like a quick little blitz, just have some fun. And I remember this was towards the very, very end of the event. I think we were actually already done and people were packing up to leave. He pulled in and parked directly next to myself. And for about what felt like a half hour, we were just sitting there talking about his Evo stories and his life living up in New Hampshire for school and whatnot, and doing the whole deal with, you know, Driven to Cure, and kind of getting to know him on a more personal note. And him sharing his Evo stories left a huge impression on myself, because I now saw a goal of what a fast car could be like. And one of the things that I wanted to do was, when I finally got to that point where I could actually have a competitively fast car, you know, 500-600 horse, something like that, I wanted to bring my car so that he could actually experience it and tell me what he thought. You know, it's hard to beat the Liberty Walk GTR, because that is just mind-boggling how much power and capability it has, and all the money and work that went into it to make it what it is. You know, I don't think I could ever be on that level, but to have him single out my car and want to see it. Mind you, that entire event, he had met hundreds of people, been in front of several cameras of people doing some of the same work that I do, Boosted Bill, the Anthony, and then a bunch of other guys who honestly can't even remember at this point in time. You know, he had met a ton of people, done a lot of things, and was internally bleeding the entire time. Was in the ER the night before, got out late. Like, the dude had a rough night, yet he still wanted to see what I had. Wanted to see what I was rolling, and gave me some tips and pointers from what he had on his car. That speaks to a certain type of person, a certain level of humility about the whole ordeal. He was a good guy, and the car community is going to mourn for him tremendously. Not just because he had a sick car, but because his passion for the whole car community was just unprecedented. The fact that he wanted to even use cars as a way to bring awareness for this crazy disease that he's got, and then proceed to raise almost $500,000 on his own, like, that speaks volumes. And then all the while still trying various treatments and therapies and God knows what else to try and beat this disease, and struggling through with it all for the past several years. It's just the amount of optimism and positivity that guy needed to do that, to go through that, to have the willpower, the iron grit. It's incredible. And there's probably not going to be anybody like that to come along the way, whether they're a YouTube star or an Instagram famous kind of person. Like, I don't think anyone will come close to the level of influence and impact that Andrew had without being some kind of big shot movie star like Paul Walker was. I hope that everybody that sees this will want to learn more about Driven to Cure. We'll have a link in the description and a little iCard in one of the corners, wherever it is, so you guys can go check it out for yourself. But I'm going to end the video here. I didn't want to end it on a sad note, but it is what it is. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.